the Champions League. And I didn't expect to be sitting here saying that today. That is for sure. I really didn't expect to be sitting here to be saying that. I've been dreading this game. Villarreal away from home. Difficult game at any time. Difficult game when you're in good form. Difficult game when you've got a permanent manager. But going into this game today, after the performance that we saw against Watford, after the results that we've seen over the last couple of weeks, nearly months, coming into this game after that, I was dreading it. I was absolutely dreading it. And we knew that it was vitally important that Manchester United got a result. We knew that it was vitally important that Manchester United stayed in the Champions League. With the level of the squad that we have, the likes of Varane and Ronaldo coming in, to fall into the Europa League would have been disastrous for Manchester United. So the fact that we've got that out of the way and we're just through is massively important. Then you look at a clean sheet away from home in Europe in the week where you've just sacked the manager. You've had 1 or 2 days to prepare for this. You've just lost against Watford. Heads would have been gone in the dressing room. Again, massive, massive result for Manchester United. But I didn't think the performance was great, particularly in the first half. I thought the performance improved in the second half. I thought Jadon Sancho helped improve us. Obviously, he started the game, but I thought in the first half, we didn't get our midfielders close enough to Jadon Sancho, to Cristiano Ronaldo, to Anthony Martial. So there were big gaps in our team. There were big gaps between our defence and our midfield and our attack, as we have seen before. A lack of cohesion in the team as well. So we needed to get beyond that. And I thought Jadon Sancho was massively important for us. I thought he was our man of the match as well, Jadon Sancho. He deserved that goal so much. The first goal for United in the second half came from Fred. Pressing Villarreal. Pressed them really well. Wins the ball back. Cristiano Ronaldo is left with an easy opportunity for him. And he knocks it over the goalkeeper. Sublime finish. Instinctive finish. And the right finish. United 1-0 up. And from there, we never looked back. I never felt like there was a moment where Villarreal might get the win here. I never, or get an equaliser back. Although they were obviously worrying us at times, Villarreal, and they forced David De Gea into some magnificent saves. One particular magnificent save. After we went 1-0 up, I thought we controlled the game. We were helped by our substitutions in the second half. Bruno Fernandes coming on, Marcus Rashford coming on. But look, that result today was the main thing. We couldn't be going into the Europa League. We couldn't be going into the game against Young Boys having to win. Because look, I know going into that game against Young Boys having to win, if you tell me you need to beat Young Boys to stay in the Champions League, that's doable, you know what I mean? Manchester United should be doing that every day of the week. I'd snap your hands off for that. But you don't want to be in that position, do you? So getting the result in the Champions League, staying in the group, top of the group, and going through to the next stage is massive for Manchester United, and important that we got this done, especially after this week. It's been a difficult week for everyone. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer getting sacked. We haven't had a new manager come in as well. Like, when Mourinho went, and then you have Ole coming in. So Ole's giving them a new message, giving them something different, giving them something to work with. Like, we haven't had a new voice after Ole, because we've still got the same coaching staff, the same assist, all those people are still in place. So we never really had that opportunity to have a fresh voice in training, or, just be told something different, or to feel that difference in management. That will come when we get a new manager. But today, the performance didn't matter. The result did. In the second half, the performance was better. In the first half, it wasn't great. And that's because we didn't change much. Yes, we brought Donny van der Beek in for Bruno Fernandes. We brought Martial in for Rashford. But the formation was the same. The formation was the same as it was. We still had McTominay and Fred. We still have Maguire in defence. And these are players that have been playing piss poorly for a while. So changing that up, I think we have to start doing that. And we will do that once we get a new manager in. But I thought there wasn't much change in terms of lineup. Do you know what I mean? So pretty annoying. But like I said, we got the result in the end, and that was the most important thing. Collie says De Gea was immense, and I have to agree with you as well. De Gea was fantastic today. I know there's a lot of talk about if we get a new manager in, will they want to keep De Gea? Will they want to change De Gea? Will they want to bring one of their own in? someone that can play better with the ball at their feet. But I thought David De Gea was fantastic today. And I also feel like he hasn't been the issue this season. You can say he is an issue, or we need to get a better goalkeeper who's better at their feet. But I didn't feel um, like De Gea was an issue over the last couple of weeks, although he has made an error or two. Alex Tellers obviously come into the game as well. Thought he did okay at times. Fred, I thought at times, again, a lot better. But there's so many times where McTominay and Fred don't offer themselves for the ball, don't show for the ball, etc. And you need them to do that. Night Whisper says De Gea was man of the match. Cormac says Fred, man of the match. Give him credit where it's due. I don't quite think he was man of the match, but I do think he played okay today. I think the issues in midfield lie alongside him. We haven't got a natural number 6. McTominay isn't good enough. Behind him, you got Maguire, who's all over the place, who isn't confident with the ball at his feet. Look, I don't think Fred's great, but I don't think he's the biggest issue. I think we can improve on him, but mainly is what you have next to him isn't good enough, is it? So, yeah, we need to improve in that regard. I'm guaranteed as well the next manager that comes in brings in a new manager, a midfielder. Do you know what I mean? So I can see that happening. BMW says McTominay is too slow and takes too many touches. Totally agree with that. Alien Tenno says don't care, we won, that will do for now. And yeah, at this point, that's all that matters. We can't be going into the Europa League. We can't be, doing all that stuff. Europa League football with Ronaldo and Varane. That's just embarrassing. We need to make sure that we are in the Champions League in the next round. And who knows what can happen then once we've got that new manager in and all those kind of stuff. Toxic says overall professional away leg. I agree with that as well. If you win a 2-0 away from home in the Champions League, you're doing all right. You're doing all right. And we're through. So we're doing all right in that respect. But overall, look, I don't want to hear nothing about putting the contract on the table and letting Carrick sign what he wants. We need to be looking for a new manager. And when we're hearing talk about Mauricio Pochettino making himself available, we need to be going all out for that. All out for that. Joe says, any early thoughts on the Chelsea game? I can see Bruno coming back into the starting lineup. I can see Rashford. But we've got to try and get out of this McFred thing. Whether it's Matic and Donny, whether it's Matic and Fred, whether it's Matic and Pogba, I know Pogba's injured. Whether it's Matic, Donny and Bruno. We need to get away from playing McFred. So, yeah. Adaria says, are you incapable of giving a compliment? You don't have to bring up past performance to say someone played good in this game. No, but past performances are relevant in terms of ability. And if I think someone's not good enough based on their ability in the past, then them having a good game isn't going to change that. Look, I think Fred played well today. And he's probably the least harsh one that I'm on. I'm more harsh on McTominay and Maguire because I think they never really offer us anything. Stuart says McTominay not offering for the ball is such an issue when trying to play out. Bang on. Sancho looked bright tonight, says Cormac. Totally agree with that. Yashley says thoughts on Luis Enrique. I wouldn't mind as a stopgap, but it's not my ideal choice as a permanent manager. When you're looking at my top 3, I'm going Poch, I'm going Zizou, I'm going Ten Hag. Those are the guys that I want. Really glad for Sancho. Few people are commenting about Sancho. Excuse me. I'm buzzing for him as well. I'm not one of those people that got on his case because he hadn't had a goal or an assist, but he needed one, didn't he? And that goal was fantastically taken. I also think his football before that was very good as well, so it's not just him getting the goal. I thought Jadon Sancho was probably our brightest spot today, and I'd probably give him our man of the match. I know Fred did okay as well, but I thought, yeah, Jadon Sancho looked good. And he has shown glimpses over the last couple of weeks, to be fair. I know United have been stinking the place out, but generally speaking, he's been one of our brightest sparks. So I'm happy with Jadon Sancho. He's got to be in that front 3. Jadon Sancho, Ronaldo seem like the certs. Then you're picking one of Martial or Rashford. If I was going to pick for this Chelsea game, I'd go Rashford and keep bringing Martial in off the bench, get him some more fitness into his legs, and let them two battle it out for that left-hand spot. You have Cavani and Ronaldo battling for the middle, and you have Greenwood and Sancho battling for the right-hand side. Competition for place is important, and they're all very, very good players. Cavani or Ronaldo and Greenwood or Sancho and Rashford or Martial. They're options to have. You need to get competition for places going again. I think that died a little bit because Oli refused to pick some players. Obviously, Donny did get an opportunity today. Thought there were times where he did okay, others where he didn't. But again, I'm not going to judge him off that. Like, you need to be able to judge him over a sustained period of time. For so long, we judge him off a small appearance here, an appearance in one of the cups, this, that, and the other. You need to judge him over a longer period of time. So, yeah. Ronaldo going straight down the tunnel. Thoughts? No thoughts on that. I think everyone's in a weird place at the moment. Ollie's just been sacked. Some of the players probably feel some sort of responsibility for that. They also, whether they agreed with him getting sacked or not, a lot of the players probably feel like a little bit down that he got sacked, even if they agreed with it. So then you're not going to celebrate hard when you've just won, when you've just had someone be sacked. You know, I kind of get it. I kind of get it. It's completely different to when we've had changes of manager before, because we've almost still got the same regime. And Ollie's relationship with them would have been a lot more different than other people's, you know what I mean? So, Collie says, in fairness, De Gea's saves in the first half make him man of the match. Pappy says, exactly, Adam. Donny hasn't played consistently to make a good call if he really fits in. Zidane can be Carrick's number 2, says Gary. I'm sure he's joking. What if Mourinho leaves Roma and comes to United? No, thank you, Arpit. I do not want that to happen. But look, overall today, huge win for Man United. After the week or couple of weeks, months we've had, important to get this win. We're through in the Champions League. And now we've got the game against Chelsea coming up. We need to win it. We need to get points on the board in the Premier League. Start catching up that top 4 again. But let's go all out for Poch this week. If Poch wants the Man United job, go give it to him. Get him now. Get him now. So yeah, buzzing with the result. Performance can have some work doing. But we're through in the Champions League. And we're not going to make Rafael Varane change his name to Europa League Varane, which I think is the main thing, isn't it? Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. More reaction over on Stretford Paddock. Until next time, I'm out of here. Peace.